Go. So today we're talking about intuition, a topic that I'm very, very passionate about. But I also want you to use this opportunity to raise your awareness that the three on this call that's here today is the people who's supposed to be here, right? We just had another one entering, so another two. So there goes your chances for individualized attention. Uh, but the idea is to really raise your awareness today and become aware of who's on this call and really consider checking in with each other afterwards, So say to yourself, look, you are all here. We're in a time where what's happening around you at the moment and what's getting revealed around you is really, really important because we've just been through the new moon in Gemini, right? Gemini is all about communication. Gemini is all about partnership. Gemini is two beings. So it's about us not doing stuff on our own and becoming aware of the community and the people around you. So you've got the Circle of Excellence community. If you've been looking at Disco online and go, who do I connect with? Today is maybe a more filtered way for you to make that decision and say, well, okay, these are the people on the call today. I'm going to take a screenshot of the people on this call, and I'm going to go to Disco afterwards, and I'm going to go, look, obviously you came to this call, so obviously this is something that you're really interested in, so let's connect, let's talk about it, let's support each other, right? So, okay, so today I want to call this talk or discussion, if we may, seeing is not believing. Meaning that this reality that we perceive to be reality around us is not reality at all. And I got some stats here today for those of you that has heard me or other people saying it before, but wants to look at this from a little bit of a different perspective, right? So if you look at the electromagnetic spectrum, and a way for me to compare it is let's put in your mind the vision of a rainbow, right? If you look at the rainbow and a rainbow appears before you now, then basically you are only seeing less of 0.0035% of that rainbow. WTF. So can you imagine if what your eye, I'm now talking scientifically, what your eye is capable to see is 0.0035% of the rainbow. Can you imagine what that rainbow actually looks like? Can you imagine? So this is not a hearsay. This is scientific fact based on the anatomy of your eye. Your eye can only perceive 0.0035% of the rainbow. Now let's take that into a room. So you all somehow sitting in a room. I want you to take a moment and look around this room. Look at the detail. Like I can see Mike's guitars here next to me. Look at the roof. Look at what you can see on the roof. Look down on the floor. Turn your head like an L almost and try and look as much around you as possible. Now, based on this science, the room that you're looking at the moment, 99.99% of the lights in that room is off. You're only seeing 0.0001% of what you see around you. So what you perceive with your five senses that's been given to you is not reality. So we've not even touched on what's beyond the veil or what is in dark matter or what is in the spiritual world or what's in the unknown. We are 100% now talking scientific fact based on the way your eye is built. So if we go to the animal kingdom, there is animals in this kingdom whose the eye's anatomy is physically built in a way where they can see the magnetic waves of the universe. So imagine you waking up in the morning and you can actually with your eye see those magnetic waves, and you see when you walk how you pierce through those waves, and you can actually see your reality because of the way your eye is built. So that is the first thing, is that when you wake up in the morning or you're not sure of what your next step should be, or you are not seeing clearly your future, or you're having symptoms of stress or anxiety or fear, I want you to remember that what you are seeing around you is a very, very small fraction of reality, right? I think that is the first really, really important thing. The second example, I'm taking you to another scientific example because I'm building it up here. The next example is your gut. Your gut has got 100 trillion microbes in it. That 100 trillion microbes is 100 times more than your entire human genome. Think about that. Think of all the human cells in your body, right? Your gut has got 100 times more all the cells in your body because it got 100 trillion microbes. Who can even perceive 100 trillion microbes? So what does this mean for you? That means when you pass on and they take your gut out and put it in the bathtub, this thing is going to continue living and digesting even if you're no longer here for a while. What? So this is a complete living entity. This is a complete living entity. And this living entity is directly linked to your serotonin levels in your brain, as well as to your vagus nerve, meaning it not only determines, but it drives the way you feel, the mood you're in, and the decisions you make, unless you become aware of it. So see this as the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, right? See your gut as the Great Barrier Reef. I've been there not too long ago, and I went in. It was one of the most profound experiences I had under the water, is to look at that Great Barrier Reef and realize that this Great Barrier Reef is actually a 2.5 kilometer living entity. So you can actually view the Great Barrier Reef as the gut of planet Earth, as the gut system of planet Earth. It's a living being. And just like you would find all the coral and the fishes and the turtles and everything in the Great Barrier Reef, in the same way, you've got that system, this living system in your gut that is creating a very, very real or unreal reality for you, is driving you. So what I'm saying is, if you're not aware of the fact that your eye is built to only see 0.0001 or 0.00.35%, to make it specific and scientific, if you're not aware that this eye of yours can only see that little, and if you're not aware that your gut system is potentially driving your entire decision making, the amount of money you have in the bank account, the type of friends you have in your life, the bridges you've burned, the partnerships you've formed, the triggers that you have, you don't realize that these two systems, and I've only given you two systems. I've given you the anatomy of the eye that can only see this little, and I've given you the gut that is possibly your boss. And if you're not aware of this, you're going to continue in your life to be an automated being. In other words, you're so triggered by other people all the time because of a system that makes decisions for you, and you are so limited in the options, that's available to you, because you open a menu every day and you think there's two options, but there's actually 5,000 options on that menu. Then you can see how you're going to live a very limited life, and potentially a very difficult life. So Dr. Dean Radin is doing incredible work at the moment on emotions, but more specifically on our intuition. And this is what we're talking about today, is to use our intuition to tap into worlds that we've not been tapping into, in order to help us to make better decisions, to help us to feel better, and also to unlock potential that we didn't know we have, right? Dr. Dean Radin, this is the work he's doing at the moment. Basically, what he's doing is he's showing people really emotional images. Like, some of you have been to clinical psychologists, some of you has been working with imagination and imagery. But if you've ever been to a psychologist, you would have been in a position where they would hold up an image and then you have to interpret to the psychologist back, what is it that you're seeing, right? So the testing we're going to do today is very much based on that principle. So we're not just talking about intuition today. We're also talking about your subconscious mind. We're also talking about psychology. But this work that Dr. Dean Radin is doing, that's fascinating, is he shows people a very emotional image. And what he's realized is that 3 to 5 seconds before they show the person the emotional image, they already have quite an intense emotional reaction before they've even seen the image. So that is making these doctors and scientists realize for the first time that our body may be reacting to information before the conscious mind is acting to information. So what we'll be doing today also is we'll be looking at what choices and decisions you are making in your conscious mind versus choices and decisions that you're making in your subconscious mind, right? So here's the thing, and this is where it gets very, very interesting. Your conscious mind, which is engaging with me now in this conversation or listening to what I have to say, your conscious mind can only process 40 to 50 bits of information per second. 40 to 50 bits of information per second. May I say that this is the same conscious mind that is interacting with AI at the moment. So whether you're interacting with AI or whether you school, I'm not going to interact with AI, you are still processing 40 to 50 bits of information per second. That is the capacity of your brain, your conscious mind. But if you tap into the subconscious mind, which we're going to be tapping into today, you have the ability to process 11 million bits of information per second. So do you see the incredible potential here when it comes to you making really intelligent and informed decisions in your life? So many people may come to you and say, okay, what is this intuition you're talking about? Why are you so silly for trying to interpret your dreams? Why do we have indigenous tribes, for example, in Africa, who wake up every single day of their life, and before they look at any email or strategy or do anything, they sit around a fire and they say to each other, what did you dream last night? And the whole group interpret those dreams because they understand this information. They understand that the person who's sitting in the Western world on their computer interacting with AI still are only processing 40 to 50 bits of information. That person around the fire knows by tapping into the subconscious mind, by analyzing a dream or finding some other ways to tap into information, that person is accessing 11 million bits of information per second. Do you now understand the incredible power of someone like a shaman? Because that's what they do. They travel between worlds in order to access that information faster. That's why you get such a uprise at the moment in plant medicine, in the mushrooms. I'm not saying I'm giving you an opinion for or against it. I'm simply explaining to you the science, which is your ability in that altered state of mind to process information and come to different states of decision making is very different than when it is in your conscious mind. But in the same way where you are consciously making decisions and have to take the consequences of that decisions, accessing the subconscious mind and getting guidance in that way also have consequences. That there's your free will, right? And let's talk about it. Let's talk about fate versus free will. A very famous astrologer, Rick Levine, believes that, and for me, he sums it the best up. He believes that when you are the type of person who like to tap into fate, you are the type of person who work hard. And you believe that with your hard work and with you doing certain things every single day, you're going to make your own destiny, right? You're that person. Many of you on the school will be that person. You'll put certain actions in place, and don't see it as an either or. See it as a spectrum. On the one side of the spectrum is this person. They work really, really hard, and they make their own destiny. And they say, "Look, I'm gonna make things happen." Right? There's nothing wrong with that. This person works on particles. This person works on what they can see, right? So that's what I mean by particles. Anything that's manifested, let's put it like that, right? The person on the other side of the spectrum is the person who prefers to tap more into the subconscious mind, and the 99.99% of dark matter that we can't see. This person works on waves or frequencies, the unmanifested. Now, all of you on this call are somewhere in that spectrum. Some of you will lean more towards, okay, Landi, now I like to work with what I can see. And some of you will go more with, no, I like to work more with what I can't see. And that way actually work more in the subconscious mind. So none of them is wrong. And all of them is based on personal preference, but also based on your elements and many other factors. What we're going to do today is we're going to make our best attempt to get some of you, we won't be able to do it for every one of you here, but you can sit as a spectator and see this process, to have some of you tap into that 99.9% that we can't see, and get your subconscious mind to process that 11 million bits of information to get you to a conclusion, a decision, or a feeling faster. Okay, so who's my volunteer? Yeah, okay, we got Janef and Arnie. People, early bird catches the worm. Okay, so Janef, Arnie, I'm going to start with you today, Janef, and I'm going to ask you to use your intuition and choose between two books. The one book is called The Tree of Life, an illustrated study in magic by Israel Regardie, taken from the crazy, interesting library of Mike Hancock. Or the other book is called The Magnus Opus, the Great Work of Don Tolman.
The second one is what is it about? The second one?
The Magnus Opus, the Great Work of Don Tolman. Don't think, choose immediately. It's quick as possible.
Magic, the first one.
Is it the word Israel that got to you?
No, by the way, the word magic, and I understood better the first one. What do I get from the first one?
Okay, so before we take it further, would you give a short, very brief overview to all the creatures on this call of who Dr. Janef Zaid is, please? And what's been your immediate reality in, let's say, the past year?
Okay, so I'm 49 years old, a family man, married for a second time to my beautiful wife Natalie, a father for 3 boys, another one on the way, by the way, and we live in Israel. I'm a Jew, business person, author, global speaker about sales, marketing, negotiation, persuasion, public speaking. Love what I do. I also, love what I do. Love different cultures. Love to develop myself all the time. My biggest challenge now is is increase my business without spending less time with my family, and learning how to be more relevant in the AI era, because I'm not a technological guy. I have a great technological staff. I pay lots of money for people to do all the AI work for me, and I hesitate whether should I learn it myself or just outsource it all the time.
Very clear. Thank you for that, Janov. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to take a very deep breath. And I want the breath that goes into your mouth to be of pure gold. Imagine breathing in and it's just gold that you breathe into your entire being. You can see it go through you like a waterfall. And then I want you to tap into the boy, the Janov, the little boy that believes in a higher source that is purely based on your belief system. No one else, right? It's your belief system. It can be Jewish, it can be a variant, whatever is your belief, your source, that very personal being that you spend time with. And I would just want you for 1 second to ask them to just to give their blessing and permission for you tapping into this source of information. Okay. And now I have this book in front of me, and I'm just gonna do this. Have a look quickly.
Okay.
And you're just going to tell me stop when you want to, okay?
Stop.
Okay. So this is what I found. Wow, interesting. This comes from a book of magic. Isn't this fascinating? It says, Janov, let's see if this means anything to you. Depart then. Quite clear.
Okay.
I say, it's quite, out there. And be thou very ready to come at my call, being duly exercised and conjured by the sacred rites of magic. I charge thee to withdraw peaceably and quietly, and the peace of God be ever continued between thee and me. Amen.
Okay.
What? That's quite intense.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, Janov?
My initial thought is the obligation I have for myself, for my family, for my country, to have the balance in life. This is my intuition right now.
I like the word depart there. For me, it was clear. You need to hand stuff over, Janov.
What again? Please repeat.
I've closed the book.
Yeah. So what to answer? What is the question?
You said in the beginning of the sentence was something about you have to depart. So for me, that's taking a step back so that other people can do the work.
Yeah.
You have more time with your family. That to me was very clear. But now, look at me and Janov's faces. We're like not quite sure, right? Now we're going to confirm that message, right? So now I'm using a different source. And I'm asking you to choose between these two colors, Janov.
The red one.
Okay. And now I'm going to ask you to again tell me. So remember, we're not now throwing that message away. We're confirming that message because we're not sure. Why are we not sure? Because we are all very underdeveloped in our intuition, right? Learning your intuition is like learning a language. So you don't go to French class and get it right the first time. You are unsure and you are used to only using your brain matter. But now you're tapping into the 99.9% that you never see. So we need that extra confirmation, right? So now you're going to say to me, stop when you're ready, Janov.
Stop.
Okay, what does this mean to you?
Perfume.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a baby now, so I love perfume, but last year I didn't put perfume because my wife asked me to, because the perfume confuses the baby somehow because it gets used to smells, so I didn't put perfume for a lot of time, just maybe when I go to conferences or something like that without my family. So it's something that I love to put, but I didn't put for a long time.
What about your perfume, your smell to the world?
You mean the frequency I transfer to others?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good description, the perfume. I didn't think about it. Yeah, I think I focus the last year more and more about letting other people getting added value from me, so they can have not just the knowledge but the inspiration and my energy. So maybe you can transfer the word energy to perfume, because I would like each person, when they leave the room after interaction with me, that they will feel better than when they first met me. So each interaction I have with people, I always would like them to feel better. And maybe when I think about the perfume, does the same. You smell some good smell from someone, and then you immediately feel better.
And Janif, if you sit and you do all the work by yourself and you don't have teams to help you, do you smell like perfume or do you smell like sweat?
like like sweat. There are things I love to do. There are things I don't love to do, or I don't do at all. I never did. Most of them are technological stuff. I envy people, who are very interesting in technology. I'm not one of them. So if you force me to do something, even let's say deal with a text invoice or some email or something like that I don't like to do, then it's very hard for me. It takes me lots of time. So this is why I all the time try to do cooperations and outsourcing.
So that person behind you on the stage that's speaking, what he's doing there is not speaking, he's giving off his perfume.
Yeah.
And if he does all the work himself, that perfume gets really diluted.
Yeah. By the way, the picture behind me is the biggest lecture in Israel so far. John de Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, came to Israel in 2014, and I was his opening gig. So it was a dream come true, because as a child, this is the biggest conference hall in Israel. It was always a dream for me to be there, to lecture there. So this is me and my element, the picture behind me. This is why I put it as my background, because to speak is what I love to do. To write is what I love to do. To negotiate is what I love to do. Everything else, outsourcing.
Right. I think you're coming to a decision. So I'm going to give you the golden bag for a final confirmation.
Okay.
Just tell me when you want to stop.
Stop.
What does this mean to you?
X-ray?
Yeah.
Has he frozen?
Yeah. No, I'm back. Sorry. So when I X-ray means to me that when I also do business consulting. So when I look at companies, I can have to see all the problems in a very short time. And if you talk about AI, it's something I just wrote a newsletter yesterday about it. Then AI can give you the knowledge, but if you, for example, would like to know what to improve in your company, I can give you a great plan. But if I come to a company, I say, okay, this is a great plan, but it won't work because this guy is not talking to this guy, or this department is not connected to this department. So I look like an X-ray. I see immediately the problems and the challenges, and then I provide the solution. So this is my biggest added value, maybe especially in an AI era. So this is for me X-ray.
So very, very strong intuition, Jana. For me, given your question or your dilemma in the beginning, whether is, shall I do all the work myself or get teams to do it? For me, the sentence that is clearly forming here is to outsource as much as possible to keep your perfume strong, which for me has to do with you on stage, like that photo behind you. And in the same time, it is encouraging you to do more diagnostics and assessments for organizations, because that can be a really stunning cash cow for you. And then I remember in the first message we read from the book talking about rituals, or the magic or rituals. So the consistency that you're going to apply in the business is going to ultimately form the magic. So consistency is boring, especially for a person who like big stages and have lots of perfume, but let someone else handle the consistency while you give off your perfume. Now, let's open the forum for other forms of messages that was received by the group that neither me or Jan have picked up on. Is there anyone who wants to contribute to what you heard and add something of value to what the message that Jan have received?
Let go.
Can you elaborate, please?
Yeah. There's a part of you, and it was interesting when Landi asked you about the little boy inside. Okay. Oh, shut up. Shh. Sorry. They love to talk to me. All right. Let go of past whatever has held you back in the past because it no longer exists. It's only inside your mind. You've already proven yourself over and over again that you are ready and willing and desiring to want to move forward to whatever the next stage may be for you. It's only you. It's the 6 inches between your head that's kind of getting in the way of you actually repeating the stage. And it's really interesting that you use the image behind you because in actual fact, when I look at that image, I actually see you as being the main speaker, not the audience warmer. And so I kind of feel that this is where you've got to step into. You've actually got to step into getting out of your head because your head gets in the way. And you actually have to allow the little boy to grow. And that's where once you kind of connect that, because the little boy is the gas, that's where dreams come true. That's where creativity comes alive is when you look at children. If you think back to being a child yourself, if the world was your oyster, it was this big. It's not until we become adults and suddenly we allow other people to tell us that the world's this big. The reality is it's still that big. We've just believed other people's BS. So I kind of see the next 12 months of you really actually just letting go of the stuff that no longer serves its purpose. And really, the X-ray is actually about you actually X-raying what's good for you and really connecting in with what's good and understanding and acknowledging the things that aren't good for you so that you can find a solution for you to then be able to allow you to move forward.
Amazing, Andrea. Thanks. I can share with you that yesterday there is now a big book fair in Israel. And yesterday I was in Tel Aviv. I signed my books. I've been doing this for 23 years now, since the year 2004. And as a child, I had a dream since I was 6 years old, and I was in this book fair to write a book. And I completed this, so I made it reality. The first book I published I was 27 years old. And since I signed books, and when I parked at the parking, it was below the ground. And then when I moved the elevator and I went into the market, the book fair, I felt like a boy, like a child. This was my initial thought that it was amazing. I felt like I'm 6 years old. And before I came to my publishing house's stands and where I need to sign, and I just walked walked the path. I was so excited. I was sorry that my family wasn't with me because it was late at night. I was after another speaking gig, but I said to myself, "Wow, I love to be here. This is the place I need to be. It's a celebration of books. I enjoy it." So I felt just yesterday, last night, like 6 years old.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that, Andrea. We're going to give Ian a chance. He's going to be the last one to give feedback to Janov, and then we're moving over to Arnie. Okay, Ian, please. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you for that, Andrea.
No, mine is just short and sweet. It's just confirming what Andrea said. It's let go, and everything you need is in your essence. It's not about worrying and thinking and all of that. You've got it inside of you. Let go.
Amazing, Ian. Thanks. Love you.
Janov, can you take that with yourself? And is that giving you a bit more clarity?
Yes, absolutely. And I wrote 2 pages of what we did so far. So thank you very much for your time and for your energy and for your perfume.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, because there's a lot of perfume here. Okay, over to Arnie. Arnie, do you want cards or books or both?
Both, please.
You have a choice between The Tree of Life, an illustrated study in magic by Israel Regardie, or the Magnus Opus, the great work of Don Tolman.
I'll do the Tree of Life, please.
Okay, here's the book. You just say stop. Oh,
Stop.
Again?
Okay, stop.
Wow, okay. Did you expect anything less, Arnie? So before I give you that, please give our group here a little bit of a background of who you are, who's Arnie, where are you at the moment in your life, and sort of just a little bit of a point of reference. What would be top of mind when you receive these messages?
Okay, so I am an executive. So the things that I do are I'm an executive advisor, speaker, author, and corporate mental fitness trainer. I live in London with my Italian husband. We're currently in Italy for the next month or so, and I have been sort of like struggling with health over the past 15, 16 years. I've had a stage 4 diagnosis for the last 12 years now, and most of it in remission, but obviously not all the time. So um, the who I am, I've had multiple near-death experiences. I was in the tsunami in 2004, so I've had a lot of big challenges in my life, and my kind of speaking is around, every challenge is an opportunity, and all of those kind of inspirational, motivational things. Obviously, I have kind of alchemized most of those things, but obviously with the health stuff that hangs around, there's obviously still more work to do, as there always is. So, yeah, that's a bit about me. Yeah, and like I said, live in London. My family live in the US, so we have a very international family as well.
Cool. Arnie, will you just take a moment and close your eyes and just ask for this message to come from the purest source to what you believe that is? Ready?
Mhm.
Depending entirely on the direction towards or away from any of the 5 points in which this figure is traced by the magician, so will the result be. And this is the picture it's referring to. Let's see if you can see that. Let's see if I can bring the picture up. It's basically, there you go, 5-pointed star, which is basically what Da Vinci made the human form on, I'm just going to read it again. Depending entirely on the direction towards or away from any of the 5 points in which this figure is traced by the magician, so will the result be. So it would feel like it's referring to the elements potentially, but in Chinese astrology. So air, fire, metal, wood, and earth. Air is in the middle. So
could it also be the Ayurvedic 5 elements, which is air, fire, earth, water, and space?
And what's the other one?
So the Ayurvedic elements, which I am also, sort of qualified in, which would be earth, air, fire, water, and space.
Yeah, of course. Earth, air, fire, water, 5 of them. Yep.
Yeah.
The overarching message would be something to do with elements, the 5 elements. So what does that mean to you in context of your health?
We talked about moving away from the elements, right?
No, it says the result will depend on which ones you move towards and which ones you move away from on that 5-pointed star.
Okay, so I definitely need to move away from the fire element, for example, because that's where anger, rage, criticism, and um, all of those kind of things come from. Um, but at the same time, fire can alchemize as well. So I think it's moving away from the destructive elements of fire and moving into the more healing aspects of fire. Moving away from air, because air is my overthinking, like it just constantly moving, right? So air for me, I'm also, my moon is in Gemini, so that's an air sign. So my mental is, it's constantly moving for me. And I work hard with my meditation on, trying to calm all of that down. And then water is probably, I don't access water well enough. Like the emotions run deep, but I find it quite difficult to access the water, the more watery elements, the the emotional side of things, and I think I can get quite blocked with accessing it, and quite uncomfortable with accessing water elements. Space is also a little bit sort of scary to me because it's scary, but then it's also expansive at the same time. So, um, it's because it's the biggest and all around us element. There's most of our body is water and space. So, those two elements dominate in the body. So, so it's kind of like maybe embracing that space a little bit more and not running away from it, perhaps. Did I talk about all of them? And earth. Earth is the other element. Um, so earth I find very, earth for me is very, very grounding. Like I'm on the top of a mountain at the moment, and just that whole earth element, being on a mountain rather than being in the sea. I love the sea, despite the tsunami, but it's too much wind and air in the sea. There's always movement going on, but in the top of a mountain is very still, it's very grounded, it's very calm. So I think I need to move into earth and water elements a little bit more, and move a little bit away from the air and the fire and the space elements, or embrace space element rather than reject it, if you see what I mean. Yeah,
That is a
that's what came
beautiful
through.
synopsis. So let's get confirmations for that and see if we can actually narrow it down a little bit for you. Which of these two bags do you choose, Ani?
Oh, pink, please. Always pink.
Always pink. Okay, you just tell me which one. Tell me when you're ready to stop. Say stop when you're ready.
Stop.
So interesting, given what you've said now. What does this mean to you?
Cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise for me means, you know, being cruise control, like not being like, so fire element to me is like fifth gear, right? Like you go, go, go. Cruise control or cruise for me means just kind of like, be easy, be relaxed, just allow yourself to kind of like surf that wave of life, and just kind of like be relaxed. Yeah, cruise control is like, when I think of cruise control, it's all about like just going at a steady pace, going nice and relaxed, not too fast, not too slow, just chill, basically. That's what's coming through for me
It's
on
so
cruise.
fascinating because you said that you want to interact with the water and you are drawn to the water, but it gets too unstable and too windy. And you said you prefer the mountain because the mountain's more solid and still, but the mountain and the earth can be very resistant to change. If you try and move a rock, you can't. Whereas it feels like the message that's coming through is, why don't you put the mountain on the water? So that way you still have the solidness of the ship, but you are steering the waves, and you're not in one place as the mountain is. So cruising, like you say, through life, going a little bit more with the flow, but not resisting the change as you would find with a mountain. So fascinating. Are you ready for your second card? on the
Yeah,
gold
but
band
also cruise is also on the water, right? So it's very much
on the water.
flow
Yeah,
of the water as well. If
it's
you
on
take
the
the literal
water.
cruise, yeah, it's on the
Yes,
water as well.
yes. So
Yes.
you don't resist the water or stay away from the water. You're on the water. You're above the water. So you're not like the tsunami tumbled by the water. You're in a more stable way on the water. So I find that fascinating analogy. Okay, let me know when you're ready to stop.
Stop.
Wow, it's quite obvious.
My ancestors speak. Your ancestors. I think that's saying to me, I'm being guided. My ancestors are here. They're guiding me. Angels and all of those are around me, and my ancestors are here trying to give me guidance and trying to speak with me and help me along the path. That's what I'm getting from that.
It's quite obvious, isn't it?
Mm, yeah.
Anyone who wants to give feedback to Arnie in terms of their intuitive insight that they feel they want to share with her?
Put a few things in the comments, Landy, where as you were talking and Annie were talking as well with the fire element. You were talking about the fire. We have the fire horse as well this year, so everything is really it's really powerful. So yeah, finding some grounding space and the water you've got behind you, it's a really nice way just to think. And similarly, when the cruising and going with the flow, for me, it was just like I could see you going with the flow and cruising away and really kind of being led in the right direction. So yeah, sounds really good.
I like that, the steering of the ship, right? And for your purposes to know, Arnie, Claire is very much into customer excellence, obviously, but she really has a feng shui angle, so she works with the elements quite closely. So thanks for that, Claire. Anyone else who's got an insight or an intuition that's coming through, don't judge your intuition. So if you feel, gosh, this is a weird intuition, shall I say it? The answer is yes, say it.
Um, I got pretty similar actually, Annie, and that is what's really interesting is that you kept talking about I think,
Interesting.
which keeps us very much up here.
Mm.
And you're incredibly connected and in tune with down below. Um, However, what keeps coming to me is I get juxtaposition, 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 juxtaposition. It's a yeah, but scenario. And yes, your ancestors are endeavoring to speak, and they are speaking. It's whether you're allowing yourself to hear them. And when you were going through the 5 different elements, what was really fascinating was that you spoke about the damaging, just disruptive components of those elements first, and then you endeavored to balance it with the positive affirmations. And what I kept getting was earth is growth for you. Rather than grounding, it's growth, because why? We grow things, we plant to grow. So earth is a very powerful element for you because this is about your growth. Air is about the breath. We don't live without air. Um, so it's about the breathing component of when you're in meditation, when you're in your meditative state, is really aligning in with your breath work, because you'll find that the breath work will actually drive your meditation for you. Interestingly enough, it's the breath, because as you spoke, I got really tight in the chest,
Mm.
like really tight. Like I need to take a breath and I need to stop and breathe through it. Fire for me was new life, and fire comes from a rebirth, right? Like the phoenix. Everything grows from fire. People look at it as being destructive, but in actual fact, new life doesn't happen without it. Water is healing. It's cleansing. It's a washing away of our sins. That's why, Jesus was baptized in the water. And space is abundance. And so I kind of view this as it's time for you to grow. It's time to allow breath to be the one that drives you. Let the water heal and cleanse you to create a new life that's filled with abundance.
I love that.
That's why you've got water behind you. It's why you might be sitting on a mountain, but you're sitting behind water or in front of water.
I love that. Thank you.
Annie, can you feel the love in that message?
Oh God, yeah. And she's so spot on because one of my things is that I do default to my head and my thinking rather than into my body. And then my chest gets tight and my breathing gets irregulated. And actually the last 48 hours, 24 hours in particular, I've been feeling really dysregulated. So that was a beautiful that really landed for me. Thank you. I really appreciated that. Thank you so much.
Maybe you two should make contact and keep in touch a little bit, right? Because I saw the moment you two came onto this call, you checked each other out. Like there's an energy connection. So, okay. So, Annie, is there something you can take there with you from this session?
Oh, absolutely. Loads to take away. Thank you very much. Really
You're
appreciate
very welcome. Now, lucky for the rest of you, we got 8 minutes left, which means that if everyone is fast and without going into deep interpretations, you all get a card. 1. Or you can get 2, but we're going to have to go fast, right? So we're going to start with Ian just because he looked so excited. So Ian, tell me stop.
Stop.
Card number 1, and I'm taking one out of each bat. There's your first one.
Fans.
Yep. You want to quickly tell us what that means? You look happy about it.
Yeah, it feels like it's something to do with my speaking taking off and having fans of my speaking. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then the next one, we're going to run through these very fast so everyone can get a turn. Sorry. Sorry, that was the wrong bag. Tell me stop.
Stop.
Okay. Quickly, what does this mean to you?
End game. Yeah. That's what I need to speak about. It's I'm getting a lot of reminders that I have been so focused on the frantic trying to get business as opposed to what's inside of me that I'm really here for. So
The end game, yeah, the real reason. I love that. Okay, moving on to Claire. Tell me stop. Okay, Claire, what does this mean to you?
Oh, I can't read. Humble.
No.
Whale.
Is that
Wild.
right?
Yep.
What's the humble?
Wild.
Oh, wild. What can I say?
What is the
Just,
wild with
just,
you?
just continue being wild, Claire. Just go.
Wild, no, whale. Like a
Oh,
whale.
well. Oh,
Yeah.
whale. Oh my gosh, whale. Oh, wow. I'll have to think about that one.
Think about
Okay.
something that may not be visible at the moment, that may be just under the surface that wants to
Mm.
emerge, right? So let's look at the second
Mm.
one. Let me stop.
Reset. Okay, cool. Yeah,
What does
that's,
it mean?
yeah, just we've done everything that we can start, that we can do. It's time to just reset and just expand.
Well, you've been through a massive reset this last year, so
It's time to
maybe this big reset that will get that whale to come to the surface, right?
reset's been done. It's time to expand. Thank you.
Welcome, Monica. Say stop when you're ready.
Stop.
Very clear. What does this mean to you?
London.
Yep.
Well, travel. No, not sure. It will have to work, I guess. London musical theater was my roots, so that could be something.
London theatre. Interesting. Okay, second one, tell me to stop.
And yes.
Stop.
Stop. Sorry. I just read the chat. Skin. Oh gosh. I need to let that sink in as well. Not sure.
In your own skin? London.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Go and think about that. Go and think about how much of your existence at the moment is in other people's skins, how much is in your own skin. That's
Yeah.
more aligned with who Monica really is, right? Okay,
Yeah.
over to you. Tell me stop.
Did you ask? I didn't hear.
Monica, now we're moving on to Moira. Sorry. I
Yeah.
don't think I did that clearly. Okay, Moira, you can tell me stop when you're ready.
Stop.
That's a clear stop there, everyone. What does this mean to you, Moira?
Volatility.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I might have to sleep on that. Nothing immediately leaping at me.
Volatile environment, volatile energy. Tell me stop for the next card.
Stop.
Yeah, a clear stop. Oh, Moira, Moira, Moira.
That hurts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Clear to me, running crazy around like a Tasmanian devil, here, there, everywhere, but you are the talent, right? Let that
Yeah,
sit.
no, I'm not running everywhere, but you are the talent is very apt at this moment. Yeah.
You don't have to run everywhere or do it physically in order for you to be scattered in all sort of directions or be distracted in all sort of directions when the flame is you. The flame is you, Moira. You are the light. Stuart, tell me stop.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I saw your lips stop, so I took it. Okay, Stuart, here's a very clear one for you. You on mute, Stuart.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
CRM. CRM mean?
Customer relationship management, Stuart. You need a CRM system.
That must be me then.
Okay?
That must be me. I must be the CRM now.
Maybe. Tell me stop for the next card.
Stop.
There you go.
What's that say?
Defy the odds.
Ah, okay. Yes, that one for sure.
Continue to believe in the impossibles to it. It's going to pay off, right? You just need a CRM system. You need systems to back up your great ideals and dreams, okay?
Oh,
Carrie, over to you. Tell me stop.
Stop.
What does this mean to you? Oh,
I can't actually see it.
there's opulence. Opulence.
Oh, wow. I have no idea.
The good life, Carrie. Is the good life coming in? Okay, you can tell me stop for the second card.
Stop.
What does this mean to you?
I can't see that one either. Oh, train ride. Gee whiz. Neither of them are really jumping out with anything obvious.
You're going on a journey, Carrie, to opulence. So you may not see yourself as the rich chick that likes to bathe in elegance, but life has got different plans for you. So, okay, Andrea, it's your turn. Tell me stop.
Stop.
What does this mean to you?
What does it say?
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel. Put my chest nuts to one side. Squirrel away. Keep squirreling away.
Playfulness. Okay, tell me stop for the second card.
Stop.
Okay, you got
walk and talk. Yeah, baby. Is that what it says? Walk
yeah,
and talk?
walk and talk. So maybe moving around a little bit more when you're on your coaching calls or helping people or consulting, whatever, a bit more movement. I'm not sure if there's a lot of movement in your life at the moment, but it's while you talk, move, stand up, walk, move around. You probably tap into something as well when you do that. So when you sit down and talk and when you walk and talk, you probably tap into a different energy when you move while you talk to people. Interesting.
It's interesting because I'm contemplating going back to speaking from stage.
I would definitely take walk and talk as that. I would not contemplate that. I'll do that. Okay, Greg, Mr. Famous actor now. Let's just give a hand of applause for Greg Longstaff, who's just played in a really nice show. Greg, tell me stop when you're ready.
Stop.
Okay, what does this mean? I think your hard work as an actor is paying off, Greg. What does this mean to you?
Ooh, what does it say?
BMW.
Ah, not quite. Getting there though.
Well, make sure when you do get there that you reward yourself.
BMW.
Stop me for the second card. Say stop when you're ready.
Yeah, okay.
Stop.
Stop.
Here's your second card.
I can't read that either.
String theory.
Sorry?
String theory. String theory is basically reminding you that every single thing is connected. Every effect causes an effect, and that everything you do in this part of the world have an effect on someone else in the other part of the world. I'm just moving a bit because I know, God forbid, Nadia Henderson doesn't get her cards, let me tell you. Okay, so now we go to Monet. Monet, say stop.
Stop.
Okay, what does this mean to you?
Rockets. I think it means that I need to stop overthinking and let it go a little bit because I've been overthinking a lot of things at the moment.
And just rock it, Monet. Okay, tell me stop for the next one.
Stop.
What does this mean?
Oh my gosh, why do I always get snakes? Okay, but snakes and ladders. I don't know, like I guess it's opportunities, shortcuts, unexpected wins.
That's good. I love it.
Ladder. And it's exactly where I am right now. I need to look for those things.
Rock it and go up the ladder. Play the game, Monet. Okay, Rink, over to you. Tell me stop when you're ready.
Stop. Stop.
Okay, what does this mean to you?
Emerald. Green. Green.
Yeah. Royal. Tell me stop for the next.
Stop.
Okay, you got two. The one is Timbuktu.
Okay.
What does Timbuktu mean to you?
Far away.
Yeah.
Also, like imaginative, far away. So like not attainable or something along those lines.
And this is your other card that came out. Salmon.
Salmon. No, I love sushi, but nowadays with the parasites, but the first thought that came to my head was Alaska.
Well, I think, Rink, there's a royal lineage in your family. Far away royal lineage that you're not considering at all. And also the salmon swims against the stream, against all odds. It's phenomenal to see how strong they are and go against the stream. So I think there is there's a precious stone in you that you're not noticing. Okay, Nadia, say stop when you're ready.
Stop.
I knew you were there for your cards. What does this mean to you?
Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, alien is something different, something far away, something like sort of like untouchable. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, next card, say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Frog.
Yes, the alien to frog. And it's green. Sure, don't know.
The frog is the rainmaker, so they call the rain, and when it rains, it pours. So they're very good luck symbols. But in order for you to access your good luck, you have to detox first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why you get the story of the frog transforming into the prince, right? So when a frog crosses your path, it's a lucky break. So with that, everyone, I just want to thank you. I hope you got some messages. Don't leave the messages here. Go and reflect on it. Go and Google the meaning, the symbolism. I gave you some quick interpretations. Those interpretations is not necessarily the correct interpretations. You have to tap into what it means for you. For example, Moira, you had the word volatility. Go and think a little bit about what that means to you specifically. Obviously, you are the talent, hit you straight into the heart, but I want you all to go afterwards now and reflect a little bit on this and ask yourself, what is the message that wants to come through for you? So sending you all our love. Thank you for sitting here with me today on the session. And do consider for the rest of this week, specifically what is around you, what is that 99.99% around you that you are not seeing and not tapping into. All our love. Sending you. You're welcome. Until I see you again. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.